Hi, good day. So I'm Mark Urido. So I will discuss plans for senior citizens. So from 66 and up because we have plans from 60 to 65 that's already uploaded kasi the select plans for 60 to 0 to 65 I already uploaded in my previous video. So now I will discuss the age 66 to 100. So I will share my screen. Okay, so I'll discuss the Pacific Cross plans ages 66 to 100. Yes, Pacific Cross can cover 66 to 100, and I think this is one of the plans that can cover up to age 100. I know plans, some other companies, they could cover until age 75 only, but with Pacific Cross until 100. And I know some HMO can cover only up to age 60 sa mga individual plans. So here, if you want your parents, lolo, lola na makover and kayo, you could check this plan and how it works. So my previous videos, yung affordable medical insurance plans and Pacific Cross select plans details, so I already uploaded. And Noel de la Cruz commented, please cover plans for 65 years old and above. So 2 months ago na yan. So ngayon pa lang makapag-record, and here it is. I will discuss their options and how to use these plans. Okay. So yun nga, no coverage for seniors. So that's a sad reality in the Philippines kasi they could cover only 60 sa mga HMO and other pagdating ng wala ng coverage. But most of sickness and illnesses occur during old age naman, di ba? Kaya mataas yung risk na magkakaroon ng claims. So kaya hindi na pina-covered. And now with Pacific Cross, we have these plans that you could have a peace of mind by availing this. So I'll discuss this one. So in Pacific Cross, we have two plans. These premier plans, both for ages 66 to 100. So we have these peso plans, the premier, and our dollar plans, Blue Real Premier. So I'll discuss their differences, their advantage in details later on. Pero ito, meron pa rin plans para sa mga advanced age. So the most common questions kasi dito with availing the plan, kailan siya magagamit, paano siya magagamit. And for new business, kakabili pa lang or kaka-avail pa lang ng plan. So, hindi siya right away magagamit na same with the HMO. Meron tayong mga tinatawag na timeline, qualifying and waiting period. So, after availing the plan, naging effective yung plan. So, on the first day, ang coverage lang is anything related to accident. So, kung kaka-avail lang ng plan and nagkaroon ng COVID, hindi siya covered on the first 30 days kasi anything related lang sa accidents ang mako-cover natin. And after 31 days, dito pa lang tayo magkakaroon ng coverage with viral and bacterial. Itong miscarriage, wala na yan kasi 66. And yun lang ang magiging coverage natin on the first year. Viral and bacterial. Mamaya, I'll give you the list. May list naman yan. So, same thing din sa my previous videos. Pero, ito lang ang magiging coverage on the first year. So, parang sinasabi is, paano na yan? Hindi na ako magkakasakit. And pre-existing condition is not covered on the first year. So, at least itong mga viral and bacterial, marami ditong list. At least, maka-covered to. And on the second year, magkakaroon na ng coverage or full coverage sa mga benefits. And I'll discuss this lifetime limit kasi mamaya when I discuss the premier plans, mababanggit niya ang lifetime limit and mamaya yung aggregate limit. So, the lifetime limit is disability per lifetime. So, diminishing yung coverage na nauubos. So, sa peso plans natin, lahat ng yung sa peso plan natin would be lifetime limits, meaning to say, nauubos. So, ano ba ang lifetime limit? So, for this example, sa year 2022, nagkaroon ng pneumonia si insured. And ang nagastos is, let's say, for example, 500,000. So, for example, ang coverage niya is 1.5 million. So, kung nagamit niya to ng pneumonia, 500,000, ang magiging coverage niya na lang on the next year would be 1 million kung 1.5 para sa pneumonia. And kung nagka-pneumonia uli siya on 2023, another 5,000 na nagastos niya. On the 2024, ang limit niya na lang is 500,000. $500,000. And kung 2024 is pneumonia pa rin na naging sickness niya, yung 1.5 million na ubos niya in 3 years. And on the 4th year, nagkaroon ulit siya ng pneumonia. Kung naubos niya na, ang lifetime limit kasi nauubos. So, it would be permanently excluded. So, wala nang coverage para sa pneumonia. Yun yung lifetime limit. May metro bawat sakit. So, that's the per disability for lifetime. So, nauubos to based dun sa mga sickness na na-avail na. Okay? So, that's the lifetime limit. Next would be the aggregate limit. So, maximum benefit limit per year. So, ito, sa mga dollar plans natin, aggregate limit siya. Meaning to say, every year, mare-replenish ang coverage natin for the maximum benefit limit. For example, on this one, so on 2022, nagkaroon ng dengue, pneumonia, diabetes, UTI, and if you have a 1.5 million coverage and lahat siya is, for example, 307,50,000 na nagastos, so that's the total of 1.5 million. 307,50, no? Magiging total is 1.5 million, and the following year, 2023, same thing, same pa rin yung limit mo. So, doesn't matter kung anong illnesses siya. So, ma-replenish siya. So, yun ang kagandahan ng aggregate limit compare sa lifetime limit. Next would be ito, yung pre-existing condition. So, diniscuss ko yung kanina, 30 days, accident, 31 days, viral and bacterial, and yung mga sickness na hindi pre-existing condition, subject to approval. Ano ba yung mga sickness na yun? Pwede is kinagat ng aso. So, hindi siya so, hindi siya yun, pwede siyang ma-covered. So, anything na hindi pasok sa pre-existing condition and viral and bacterial. So, yun yung magiging coverage on the first year. So, ayan. Pwede rin ma-covered yung mga not pre-existing condition subject to approval. Okay? So, yung premier plans natin are all co-payment. Meaning to say 90-10. 90% is shouldered by Pacific Cross and 10% shouldered by the insured or by the client. Peso plan is lahat siya is for reimbursement only. So, babayaran muna natin, then i-reimburse natin yung receipt through the email. Pwede namang email. Sasubmit lang natin yung notification of claim together with the documents. No outpatient coverage. Ito yung mga check-ups. So, not included siya. In our dollar plans naman, itong peso plan, wala na tayong problema kung accredited o hindi accredited kasi reimbursement lahat. Sa dollar plans natin, mayroon tayong accredited network. So, pagpasok tayo sa accredited network, meaning to say yung doctors and hospital, 10% na lang yung babayaran natin kasi masho-shoulder yun doon. And on our dollar plan, if not accredited naman, papasok din tayo sa reimbursement. So, hindi naman tayo strict like with the HMO na kailangan doon lang tayo sa accredited network. Outpatient is for reimbursement only. So, pwede tayo mag-add ng outpatient dito or may outpatient coverage tong dollar plans natin, pero for reimbursement only. Okay. So, here is our peso plan. So, it's a medical insurance for senior citizens ages 66 and up. So, again, for 60 to 65, pasok pa siya doon sa select plans natin. And here for 66 and up. So, ano ba yung coverage natin dito? Okay. So, a plan is specifically for age 66 and up. So, swift reimbursement for this plan. And sabi dito, your own choice of doctor and hospital and specialist, kasi wala na to mga accredited hospital and network. So, you go with your chosen hospital and doctors. Comprehensive, so ang pinaka-maximum for our plans in this is 1.5 million. So, meron din tong emergency overseas coverage. So, ito in case butan tayo ng sickness abroad. We still have reimbursement. Pwede na cover. 24-hour customer service and emergency hotline. So, ito is your coverage begins 30 days. So, yun nga yung waiting period. However, you have immediate coverage for accidental injury. And ito yung pinaka-common question dito. Kasi alam naman natin pagdating ng 66, mostly may sakit na. So, a pre-existing condition is a disability or existed before commencement of cover start, no? Existing of pre-existing condition can medically determine given its natural history or manner of development disease, which means you may not be aware of its presenting symptoms. So, yung mga pre-existing condition kasi known or unknown, kahit hindi natin i-declare yan and magkaroon tayo ng magkaroon tayo ng claim with regards sa pre-existing condition, matitrace pa din ito. And dito, kasi known or unknown, kahit alam mo, yung iba is medically diagnosed, yung iba hindi, pero it existed na doon sa body natin. So, yun yung definition ng pre-existing condition, known or unknown. No? Kasi, yun nga, sinasabi dito is, pwede matitrace yan sa medical history. So, kung kailan nag-appear yan. So, kahit 3 years prior, hindi mo alam na start na yung pre-existing condition na yun. Pero pag tinrace back yun, papasok siya doon sa unknown. Unknown sa'yo, pero known dun sa body mo. So, meron traceability. Yeah. So, yun yung pre-existing. So, medyo malawak yung pre-existing conditions natin. Yeah. And meron coverage abroad. So, ito yung mga certain conditions permanently excluded. No? Congenital, durable, suicide, STDs, and yung mga declared and approved by the company. Your contract is guaranteed renewable up to age 100. So, yun ang kagandahan naman dito. Basta nang-approve tayo sa renewal, pwede tayong makarenew. So, hindi pwedeng hindi tayo makarenew. Ang mangyayari lang dito, in case depending sa utilization, pwede tayo mag-increase ng premium. So, yung other details nito is nandun naman sa policy. So, I'll discuss the brochure. Okay. So, core benefits, inpatient and emergency lang ang coverage. Again, there is no outpatient. And this is for reimbursement. And ang marireimburse lang natin is 90% of the approved claim. Kasi minsan, if hindi approved or pre-existing, so hindi siya mako-cover. Okay? So, same thing with the select plans. Meron tayong tatlo. 500,000, 750, and 1.5 million. So, again, this plan is lifetime limit na to. So, when we say lifetime, nauubos to. Okay. Room and board, so as charged, same thing yung my explanation before, kung anong rooms mo, dun lang tayo, yun lang yung i-cover ni Pacific Cross in case hindi tayo pumasok sa room na allotted sa atin. Yung difference will be shouldered by the insured. Ang importante lang dito, yan, yung room as charged, meaning to say, basta semi-private, doesn't matter how much, basta pasok siya sa semi-private, mako-cover tayo, so as charged. And inpatient to, and physician, so same thing, meron tayong physician visit na allotment, for example, sa private, 3,000, and daily visit yun, so maximum. So kung mahal si doc, kung 4,000, so anything na difference, tayo mag-shoulder nun. Specialist fee, so in case kailangan ng multiple doctors, for example, dalawa, so kung specialist yun, may additional na coverage na isa pa, 3,000, then for private and 1,500 sa ward, maximum of 10 days. So kung tatlo ang doktor mo, dalawa lang mako-cover natin dito. So yung pangatlo will be shouldered by the insured. So private duty nurse, 600 per day, 1,800 naman sa private sa ward. Sa procedure done on an outpatient basis, so ito yung mga selected procedures na hindi siya inpatient kasi outpatient ginawa, pero mako-covered siya under inpatient. Yung mga, for example, is kidney dialysis, so 16 hours or 8 hours. So considered as outpatient, pero yung inpatient benefit is doon i-charge siya. ICU, maximum of 10 days disability per year. So as charge tayo na hanggat hindi mauubos yung maximum limit natin sa ward. 50,000 sa private is 1,500. So maximum of 10 days. So kahit hindi pa naubos, and kung 11th day na sa ICU, hindi naubos yung 1.5, and on the 11th day, shoulder na natin. Okay. Surgical benefits in case magkaroon ng operation. For ward is 60,000 ang surgeon's fee, and for private is 180,000, and anesthesiologist is 24,000 and 72,000 sa private. So not exceeding 40,000 or 40% of the approved surgeon's fee. Artificial limb, so ito is mga ano lang na to, rental. And medical implant due to accident, so same lang kahit ward or private, 25,000. Emergency benefits, in case magpa-ER tayo, so sa ward is 5,000 and sa private is 7,000. So may limit tayo in case kinuha natin is 1.5 limit, and ang ER charge natin is 10,000. So may difference na 3,000. So tayo mag-shoulder nun. And for treatment, provided outpatient for treatment leading to confinement. So maximum limit per disability per year is ito. So for example, pinunta natin is migraine on this month, and the following month is stomach ache or something related sa gastro. So totally different siya. So another coverage regards to that. Wala tayong coverage sa dental, pero in case emergency, mako-cover natin yan. Ambulance, as charge tayo. Ito yung sinasabi kong emergency overseas coverage. So in case sa Singapore is nagkaroon tayo ng dengue, so mako-covered pa rin tayo. Pero yung dengue doon is meron tayong basis or threshold base limit natin is yung Makati Med price. So whatever is the price with Makati Med, yun din yung magiging coverage natin. Okay. Yan. So, worldwide emergency assistance. So, covered tayo ng medical evacuation, medical repatriation, return of mortal remains, compassionate visit, and care of minor children. So, natatawag lang tayo with Assist America para sa coordination with that. And in case hindi natin ginamit si Assist America, gumamit tayo ng third-party services. Ang mangyayari nito is up to 50,000 limit lang tayo. Combined limit na yon. And pag hindi natin ginamit yung coverage ni Assist America, ima-minus to sa maximum benefit limit. Unlike if we avail Assist America, third-party services, on top pa dun sa plan natin. Okay, autoimmune condition. So, after 5 years continuous coverage with the Pacific Cross, in case magkaroon ng autoimmune condition, kakaroon tayo ng coverage dito. And it's a lifetime limit. So, nauubos siya. So, kung na-consume na natin yung 300,000 or 100,000 sa ward versus private, is tapos na tayo. Next would be annual physical examinations. So, included to. APE is not subject to top 10% co-payment. So, wala tayong ibabayaran dito. So, inclusion neto is comprehensive physical exam, complete blood count, lipid profile, BUN, fasting, blood sugar, uric acid, and ECG. So, at least 7 working days, papaschedule lang tayo dun sa mga accredited APE network natin. Mostly high precision naman yan. So, tatawag lang tayo, then we will schedule doon sa chosen clinics natin. And pag nakita natin yung chosen clinics, ang kagandahan naman ito, for example, we schedule on Monday, for example, January 1, schedule tayo, and approve yun, and di ka nakapunta ng January 1, January 2 ka nakapunta. So, covered ka pa rin nun kasi 30 days yun. Ito, value-added benefits, yung mga elective surgery. Ito yung mga surgery na hindi naman urgent, hindi required, pero you chose na ipa-opera. So, hihingi lang tayo ng at least 10 days notice with Pacific Cross para malaman natin if this will be covered. And if this will be covered, it should be done on accredited network. So, next would be the rates. So, here are the rates for our plans for ages 66 para sa ward na may 500,000 coverage is 31,000. And if private is 86,000 para sa 90,000. Para sa 1.5 million coverage. So, it is increasing every year until age 75. Then, pagdating na 76 years old, this is 57,000 and 159,000 para sa 1.5 million coverage. And para sa age 100, 157,000 and 435,000 naman para sa 1.5 million coverage. So that's the price. Ang mga options natin dito, it could be annual, so one-time payment, cash or credit card. Next would be semi-annual, cash or credit card. And kung the third one is the credit card payment, 0% in 6 months term para lang sa BPI, BDO, East, West, and Metro Bank. So that's our partner banks. So ang importante lang dito, we will declare everything para maging smooth ang payment or maging smooth ang pag-claim. So this is our peso plan. So kita nyo naman, at least we provide coverage sa mga elderly, which is badly needed. So medyo may mga limitations nga lang. For example, yung mga sa emergency, ER, and wala siyang outpatient. Pero meron naman mga check-up. And our next plan is our dollar plans naman, which has good enough coverage naman. Okay. Yan, so Blue Real Premier. 48. Okay, so in our Blue Royal plans, okay, so meron tayong dalawa dito. So worldwide, designed for senior citizens, offers complete freedom for best choice. So same thing, 90-10 pa rin tayo sa lahat ng coverage dito. Ang kagandahan lang dito, meron tayong accredited network. So sa Philippines, lahat ng best hospital mostly are accredited. So pag doon tayo papasok with accredited network, so pwedeng diretsong 10% na lang bayaran natin. As long as accredited network, so accredited yung hospital and doctors. So may dalawang variant, may dalawang klase tayong plan, major and standard. So sa major is 250,000 coverage dollars. So that's roughly 12.5 million, and the standard is 500,000 coverage. So that's 25 million coverage. And mamaya, yung age 7, pagdating naman ng age 76, both major and standard is $100,000 coverage na lang. So around 5 million pesos. Okay, let's go with the inpatient. So sa inpatient, sa room and board. So for major, okay. So for Philippine confinement, dalawa kasi to, could be used abroad. For Philippine confinement is 300 USD, and for standard is 600 USD. So 300 USD is around 15,000 pesos, and US standard is around 30,000 pesos. So it's a good room. No, baka pwedeng ano na yan, could be a presidential or a suite na. Pero yun yung maximum coverage, no? Pagdating naman ng abroad, in case magkaroon ng confinement, 1,000 USD, and sa standard is 1,500 USD. So as charge tayo, yung kagandahan nito, puro as charge na. Professional fee, so covered na tayo. And like with kanina is meron pang mga limit lang, no? ICU as charge, operating, theater, recovery room as charge. So sa surgeon's fee, around, ang coverage lang natin sa major is 15,000 USD. So anything exceeding that, time is shoulder. Or if you want to add an additional 15,000 coverage para maging $30,000 option, so may additional charge din siya. Pero with standard, as charge tayo lahat. Anesthesiologist as charge, 40% dito sa major, and sa standard is as charge. So ito yung mga procedure done on an outpatient basis, pero included pa rin siya sa inpatient. So subject to limits, no? So next would be the outpatient benefit. So dalawang klase kasi ito. If you're under standard, under major, ang outpatient for reimbursement lang to. Yung kanina is pwedeng accredited hospital and network dun sa inpatient or confinement. For outpatient, for reimbursement only. Pero for outpatient, para sa major, kailangan may prior hospitalization. Meaning to say, hindi tayo pwedeng dumirektang magpa-check up kahit walang hospitalization. Kasi hindi siya mako-covered. So, kailangan merong prior hospitalization para ma-cover to. So, yun yung standard ay yung major. With standard, as charge tayo kahit with or without hospitalization, nagpa-outpatient tayo, nagkonsulta, then a check-up, so mako-covered yun. So, kagandahan with Pacific Cross, we accept other alternative treatments, no? Kung Chinese medicines or other yan, mako-cover din yan, no? So 1,500 ang limit natin and 3,000 naman sa standard. Emergency outpatient benefit, as charge tayo, as charge. So both ways as charge tayo. So maximum benefit limit, when we say as charge tayo. Emergency overseas coverage, so included to in case something happens or dun tayo nagpagamot abroad, covered din tayo. Included yan. Worldwide emergency assistant coverage, so meron din tayong mga coverage dito. So same thing, so emergency medical evacuation, repatriation, kasi medyo mahal to. Yung iba minsan in-airlift pa. So malaki yung charging nun. So airlift, need helicopters para puntahan doon. So covered na tayo. So same thing, to worldwide emergency assistance, is ang partner natin dito is Assist America. You need to coordinate with them para doon sa procedure, para on top yung benefits to, no? Pag hindi kasi will be minus dun sa maximum benefit limit natin kung gumamit tayo ng other third party. Organ transplant, so for kidney, heart, liver, lungs, bone marrow, including treatment and sequel, as approved by Pacific Cross coverage, is subject to the inner limits of the patient's emergency outpatient and outpatient benefits. So inclusion na tayo, no? Mental and nervous disorders, so in case magkaroon nito, so major we have 7,000 coverage and standard is 13,000 USD. So ito lifetime limit to. Ibig sabihin kung naubos natin itong mental disorder and nervous disorders, 7,000 USD, ubos na to. And kung mag-claim ulit tayo, wala na. So nauubos tong dalawa. Tong lifetime limit para sa diyan. So age, so same thing. Coverage natin medyo mas malaki naman to, 25,000 and 100,000 naman sa standard. Congenital condition, so 1,000 USD and 2,000 USD. So lifetime limit yung age, mental, and ito, congenital condition. Hospice care, ito naman yung in case na sinabi nung doctor is meron na tayong limit sa buhay na 6 months na lang, itatagal. So, magbibigay na it could, such that patient is expected to live 6 months or less. There's no available treatment which will be effective aiding the recovery. This benefit will cover the cost of pain management services and accommodation should the patient decide, no? To stay in an inpatient hospice facility or institution registered to provide centralized program and services to dying persons in the form of physical and psychological and social spiritual care. So it's like a gateway to heaven na. No? So meron silang mga ginagamit doon para yung mga pain management is mais as much as possible. And burial expense benefit due to accident, kakaroon ng reimbursement in case of personal accident, no? So value-added benefits, Pacific Cross Healthcare Card, so inclusions to. Ito nga yung mga treatment accredited in medical facilities to plan limits with no cash outlay and emergency treatment and confinement only. So ito yung mga accredited network natin. Sports coverage in case we are playing sports, pero kailangan yung sports is not non-competition and recreational lang, including skiing, scuba, but excluding contact sports and no tournament din siya. Anti-venom, rabies, tetanus, post-exposure prophylaxis, so coverage for injections of specified vaccines and necessary hemoglobin after exposures to pathogen to prevent infection from occurring. So, assert siya. So, how much is the plan? So, kung dollar siya, so dollar rate siya. For age 66, that's 2,971. And if you want to add the surgeon's fee para lang to sa major, is an additional $224. So for standard, which has 500,000 coverage, that's 7,950. So ito yung mga rates natin. That could be used in abroad. Pero no inclusion to ng travel insurance. Unlike with our Blue Royal plans para sa 0 to 65, meron yung inclusion na travel insurance. Ito, walang travel insurance pero merong coverage abroad. So here is the rates. So ito, one of my clients is age 83. So ito ang pinagpipilian namin is 9,000 versus 23,000 USD. And she's staying in the Philippines na. So we nag-avail pa siya ng TAL discount. So, minus 25% pa. Yan, both ways sa premium. Ibig sabihin, hindi niya nagagamitin sa area na to. Canada, United States of America, Caribbean Islands, Japan, People's Republic of China, Hong Kong, and Singapore para magpa-gamot. So, choose niya na dito. Pero in case pumunta pa rin siya ng US and hindi naman siya intently magpapagamot doon, accidentally lang or doon lang inabot, covered pa rin naman. So, ito is yan. Ang pinaka-difference na lang natin kasi pagdating dito sa age 76 to 100, yung standard, which is the higher, and the major, which is the lower. Same coverage na tayo, pero ang pinaka-difference na lang moving forward is itong outpatient na lang. So, kasi sa outpatient, di ba? Sa outpatient dito sa major is kailangan may prior hospitalization para maka-avail tayo ng outpatient. Unlike with the standard, kahit walang prior hospitalization, we could do the outpatient. So, same limit tayo, $100,000 coverage na lang to. So, around 5 million pesos for both of the plans. So, ang pinaka-main difference na lang nila is outpatient consultation. So, the rest will be the same coverage. Or ito yung mga inner limits, iba-iba na lang sila dito. Pero hindi na siya nagkakalayo dun sa total. And also ito, the main difference is the 600 USD and 300 USD. So yun yung pinagpipilian ni client ngayon with regards to that and the advantages. So again, thank you for listening and I hope you learn. And if you have any questions, you could just comment down below. So kine-check ko naman yan and I could answer pag nakita ko na yung comments. No? So, okay. And if you want to know more with the plans, you could reach me or send me an email to this email address. No? I will be the one who will answer your questions. And thank you for listening, and I hope you learn. And if you want some for appointments, online appointment, I could do that to discuss this in depth and to recommend an options for you. And if you want, I can do also face-to-face meeting around Makati, Taguig, NCR, so in the south. So, wag naman far south, siguro up to Batangas or North, Bulacan, I could do a meeting with you. So, if you want more personal, I could do that and I could discuss with that. So, again, thank you. You could reach me in this email or comment down your email and I'll contact you if you want me to start the conversation. Thank you.